What Mike Macdonald lacks in age, he makes up for in experience. Yes, the youngest head coach in the NFL might not be the symbol for seasoned veteran, but judge a book by its cover and you miss the stories inside. This one starts in Roswell, Georgia, home to Centennial High School, and in the early 2000s, an 18-year-old senior who did not look his age.
Players wasn't what I thought they were going to be. They were small, they were weak, they were undersized.
Xavier Smith is in good spirits telling the story now, but at the time, the feeling was thumbs down.
I used to drive home crying about, God, what mistake did I make by going to Centennial?
Smith was in his first year at his first head coaching job. An injury to one of his key players was the last thing he needed.
He hurt his neck at the beginning of the year, and then he tried to come back and he tore up his ACL.
Mike Macdonald's playing days were done, but a football mastermind was born.
My playbook's probably about 50 pages with about 80 blitzes.
Macdonald spent the rest of the season memorizing it.
He understood everything.
And then messaging it to his teammates. It's why 2 years later,
I think God had a plan for us to come back together.
When Macdonald was a sophomore at the University of Georgia in Athens, and Smith the head coach at Cedar Shoals High School in Athens, a phone call between the two rekindled the spark.
He called me up and said, Coach, I need a job. And would you hire me and bring me on your football staff? And I said, you know I would.
Sparks then led to fireworks. Macdonald was a defensive coordinator for the 9th grade team and helped Smith with the linebackers on varsity.
He had 6 shutouts. On varsity, we only gave up 4 points a game.
Cedar Shoals had never made it to the second round of the state playoffs. The 1 year with Macdonald on staff, they did. Smith had seen enough.
I said, Mike, you know it's getting ready to happen. And he was like, what? I was like, you're going to go coach in the NFL. You're going to be a linebacker coach. Then you're going to be a coordinator. And I said, within 3 to 5 years, you'll be a head coach by the time you're 35. And he started laughing. So I was off by 1 year because he's 36.
A 36-year-old who's been coaching half his life.
Started when I coached high school football at Cedar Shoals and had an affinity for the linebacker position, and it went from there.
A coaching tree with strong roots.
He's the first coach to play to make it that far. So it's been pretty cool to watch that.
The time being paid in experience paid off in the end. In Seattle, Jake Garcia, King 5 Sports.